Hi class, in this video here I want to walk you through problem number 6 on your homework. And it seems a little weird, but we're going to rely on StatCrunch a lot for this one as well. Okay, so it just goes like this. Assume the differences for this data set here that you see here are normally distributed. It says, go on, it says completes parts A through D below. Okay, so the first thing it says is determine what they call D sub I is equal to X sub I minus Y sub I for each pair of data. So you could go through in your calculator and literally do this minus this, this minus this. But the easiest thing here is to open in StatCrunch. And from here, what you're going to do is you're going to go stat, tstat, and the data is paired. Okay. So in sample 1, you're going to hit X sub I, Y sub I for sample 2. You're going to click the differences. Okay. And what this will do is this will save the differences for you. So I'm going to hit compute. And we'll come back to this output here. But right here, you can see the differences. Okay, so like the first one is minus 2.8, minus 1.7, and so on. So I'm just going to move this over here so you can see, and I'm going to input the values of the difference. So they're right here. So minus 2.8, minus 1.7, minus 4.6, minus 5.2, minus 0.2, minus 1.7, minus 3.1, and minus 2.2, right? So I'm just going to check my answer. Got it. Great. So the next thing it says is compute the average distance or average difference and the standard deviation for the difference. So to do that, what you're going to want to do, actually, I know it seems weird, but you're going to want to go back to StatCrunch. And you're going to go stat, you're going to go calculators, or excuse me, you're going to go stat, summary stat, and your data is in columns. And you're going to click on the differences. And here you're going to see the mean, and here you're going to see the standard deviation. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so the mean, this says do 3 decimal places. So the mean here is minus 2.68 when I round it. I got it. Now the standard deviation to 3 decimal places is going to be 1.627. And I got it. Great. All right, so now it says to test whether the difference is less than 0. Okay, so what is the correct null and alternative hypothesis? Well, we're going to assume that the difference is equal to 0, and we want to test that it's less than 0. So what is the p-value? So you're going to have to go back in here. And using this new column of data that you just found, you're going to go stat, tstat, stat, tstat, one sample with data. You're going to click on the differences because I want to test that is less than 0. And I'm going to hit compute. I'm going to get this, 0.0011. So when I round that to 3 decimal places, I got it. Perfect. So look at this. What do? We know we're going to reject the null because there's sufficient evidence here that the average difference is less than 0 at the alpha is equal to 0.05 level of significance. So I got it. All right, so I hope that helps. I know it seems weird there, but you're going to have to go back in and do a separate test like I showed you. All right, so it says next computing 95% confidence interval about the population mean difference. Loading that back up into StatCrunch, you go stat, tstat, one sample with data. You're going to click on the differences. You want the confidence interval right here, and you have it right here. So the problem said round to 2 decimal places. So this is going to be minus 4.05 when I round it. And the upper bound here to 2 decimal places is going to be minus 1.33 when I round it. I got it. All right, I hope that helps, class. I know it was a little bit confusing, but just remember to go back, get the differences here, and then from there just use the stat, t-stat one sample with data for the differences to get all the values.